This is a review of the Hello Activated Charcoal Toothpaste. We'll kind of just go through all of the pros and the cons that I kind of came up with as I was using it, and then we'll discuss whether or not it can actually whiten your teeth, and then whether or not I like the product or not. So we'll start with the pros first. The very first one is that it is suitable as an everyday toothpaste. All right. What I mean by that is that you can use this 365 days a year, and you could replace whatever toothpaste you're using as of the moment with this one. The reason why I bring that up is because there are some products, kind of like the purple toothpaste, like the one right here, right, by High Smile, their V34 color corrector serum, right? So this is their purple toothpaste. But if you read the label really carefully, like right back here, it says this product is not a substitute for toothpaste. So this purple toothpaste, quote unquote toothpaste, is not a real toothpaste, right? But on the other hand, the charcoal toothpaste, they are legitimate toothpastes. So you can use this on a daily basis. Although my only recommendation is that I would try to go with their fluoride version. This one is fluoride free, but you should definitely get the one with fluoride so you can at least get the anti-cavity benefit. But this one doesn't really prevent cavities, so that's the downside of being fluoride free. But they do have a fluoride version, so definitely go with that if you plan on using this as a substitute for whatever one you're using on a daily basis right now. The second pro that I kind of like with this toothpaste is that I do like all of the new designs with most of the trendy toothpastes coming out, and that they have like a flat cap at the end. All right. So what that lets you do is it lets you kind of store it in like upright position. I just kind of really prefer this over the laying down variation where it takes up a lot more space and it doesn't look as clean. So this definitely does clean up your bathroom sink, and it just makes it look a lot more organized. Okay, and then it kind of also mimics how I guess cosmetic products kind of look like too as well. So they're sort of moving away from looking like a toothpaste and more like a beauty product. um, the other thing is that with this cap design, I do like it a lot because it's a flip cap. It's easy to open and close. It takes less than a second. Just in my experience, when I compare that to like a twist off cap, like this one right here, sometimes it can feel like you're taking a long time to open and close. It definitely takes a lot more time, right? As you can kind of see, and then sometimes if you don't put it in correctly, you're kind of fiddling around with it in the morning. But on the other hand, with the Hello toothpaste, you have like the flip cap. It just makes it a lot more easy. All right, I just find it a lot more convenient. The next pro that I like with this toothpaste is that it is actually pure pitch black, as dark as the night sky, as you can kind of see there. I am bringing this up because I actually tried two other charcoal toothpastes, the one by Colgate and the one by Crest, right? When I first used these, it actually wasn't pure black. As you can kind of see in the paste color here, it's striped, right? It's a black and white stripe for the Colgate, and there's also a black and white stripe for the Crest charcoal toothpaste. I'll show you the toothpaste color. Right, so when I was using these two, I was expecting my mouth to turn completely black, but it wasn't really turning completely black with these two. It would be like mildly black, but then as you are brushing, it kind of dilutes down to a very white color. All right, so you kind of lose like that fun factor. But the Hello toothpaste on the other hand, it's pitch black. So when you are brushing with this, your entire mouth does turn black, and with all of the videos that you see online, so you will get that effect. So you do get that fun factor with the Hello Activated Charcoal Toothpaste. All right. The last pro is that I actually do like the taste of this. It is, despite being charcoal, being a charcoal toothpaste, it actually just tastes like a sweet mint to me. So it wasn't offensive or anything, and it tastes really good. If you were expecting like a barbecue flavor, you're not gonna get that barbecue crisp and burnt end flavor with this. It'll just taste like a sweet mint. That I do prefer over the menthol type of tasting mint. Like the type of mint which tastes a lot more chemically is not that type of mint. This one is on the sweeter side. right? So those are all of the pros. And moving on to the cons, the very first con is that it actually does not chemically bleach your teeth because it does not contain peroxide. All right, so on the box it says no peroxide. So without peroxide, it will not chemically bleach your teeth. The second con that I have with this is not necessarily with this, but I guess with this most charcoal toothpastes in general, is that because of the black color of the paste when you're brushing, I mean, it's fun to look in the mirror, but when you're kind of drooling and when you have to spit out at the end, it makes a pretty big black mess. Like you'll get like black splotches all over the sink, and after you're done, you kind of do have to wipe the sink down just to kind of clean it all off. You don't really get that when you have like the white toothpaste because I guess it just blends in with your sink, but you definitely do notice there will be like black splotches like everywhere, especially if you're not careful with spinning. And they do warn you with that on the label as well. It'll say FYI, black paste may be messy, so please spit responsibly. All right, so that is just the downside of having a black colored toothpaste. Kind of the same thing with the purple toothpaste as well. With all of the colored paste, they do make a mess in the sink. Right, so those are just the two cons. I couldn't really think of anything else. I mean, it is a pretty good product in my opinion. So moving on, does this toothpaste actually whiten your teeth? Yes, it does, but not in the way that you're thinking of. All right, so there are two types of whitening actually. The very first type is with mechanical abrasion, and the second type was with chemical bleaching. So what the charcoal toothpaste does is it can mechanically whiten your teeth, but it will not chemically bleach your teeth. So what are the two differences between those? The very first one is the mechanical whitening would be more like if you had like a stain, a dinner plate or some sort of bowl or whatever, and then you use a sponge and you kind of just scrape off all of the stains on the bowl, and then now it has become whiter, right? So that is the type of whitening we're talking about when you use charcoal toothpaste, because charcoal is slightly abrasive, so that's how it removes all of these stains, okay? But of course, that type of whitening is different from the chemical type of whitening, all right? So the chemical type of whitening is the one that you get at the dentist, where you chemically bleach the teeth whiter, kind of like here. The thing is that with chemical bleaching is that it all requires peroxide, all right? So it needs some type of hydrogen peroxide. But as you can see on the charcoal toothpaste, it does not contain peroxide, so it cannot chemically bleach your teeth, right? And you kind of see this with the teeth whitening products too, even the over-counter ones. The Crest 3D white strips, if you look in the ingredients, it has hydrogen peroxide. Right? So if the product does not have peroxide, it cannot chemically bleach your teeth. But there are toothpastes on the market, although they're quite few that are available, but some of them do have peroxide in there, like this Colgate Optic White one. As you can see here, it has peroxide. So this toothpaste will chemically bleach your teeth. But on the other hand, the Hello Activated Charcoal Toothpaste will not chemically bleach your teeth, but it will mechanically get rid of stains and make your teeth whiter. So that is why it is called a whitening toothpaste. But for the most part, 95-98% of all whitening toothpastes on the market will work in a similar way as the Hello toothpaste. They use abrasives to whiten your teeth. One of the major concerns with using charcoal toothpaste is that it can be too abrasive, and people worry about whether or not the abrasiveness can erode away the enamel and you could brush it all away and damage your teeth. I personally don't think that is an issue with the Hello version of the charcoal toothpaste. That's because when I'm brushing with this, it feels very smooth. Like the texture of the paste is very smooth. Like you do not feel any abrasiveness or grittiness. Like it does not feel like sandpaper. All right, so they probably ground the charcoal into a very fine particle size, but on the other hand, maybe they just used a lot less of it as well, and that does make it safer. If you look on the ingredient list, it's not the very first ingredient, it's like eighth, so it's like somewhere in the middle. So it's not extremely abrasive or anything. I found it to be pretty soft in texture, so it should be relatively safe for your teeth. All right, so the very last thing is that whether or not I like this toothpaste, I do like it. My only hesitation in using it on a daily basis is the black coloring because it does make a mess in the sink. I am kind of a little bit lazy and I don't really want to clean the sink every time after I use it, so I will probably use it sparingly, but sometimes if you want to spice up your oral care routine, you can use the charcoal toothpaste just to have some fun. It's kind of boring to use white toothpaste all the time. But aside from that, I really do like the brand in general. It's very, very friendly because like the name literally greets you as you kind of read it, and all of the packaging is like naturally friendly, and the way they kind of word everything is just very friendly. They'll say like hooray, and you know uh, it's just a very, very friendly brand, and I do like how the design and the look of everything is. So it is a good toothpaste. If you want to use it on a daily basis, you go ahead, you can use it. Just make sure you get the fluoride version though. But if you're using it once in a while just for fun, the fluoride free is fine in my opinion. But just to prevent cavities, you should definitely go with the fluoride one. All right, and that's it for the Hello Activated Charcoal Toothpaste review.